We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellisioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellisio Foods.
Show some love for the graduating seniors in your life with custom-made gear from Zip Printing in Jackson. Yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, and more. Zip Printing can do it all. Visit yourtotalmedia.shop to browse all of Zip's gear to show your school spirit for the class of 22. Zip also has everything you need for graduation parties like custom photo cards, invitations, and napkins. Call 740-286-3023 or find them on Facebook at Zip Printing Signs and Marketing.
All right, good morning, everyone, and we're back, and I think we got us, Jeremiah got us all situated, and thank you.
Actually,
Courtney, and it was a team effort, wasn't it? It was.
I feel like James sets me up to fail when he's not here.
He's testing you. Let's just put it that way.
Well, you got it.
We got it all figured out. We're good to go. Thank you, Jeremiah. Our new intern is here, Ethan. You'll get to meet him at some point soon, but he's behind. You want to say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. And of course, Jennifer here with our good friend Kim Harless to start off the morning. And we're going to party today with our colds and everything else that we've got.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's all right. We got this.
We do have this. And I said I put sugar in my tea and I never use sugar. So if I fall out of my chair or go into some kind of like weird,
I'll just move
like
to the center and take over.
If something happens, like my heart goes into palpitations or whatever, we'll know. But no, welcome. Thank you for coming in today because you have so much to talk about. And we always love to have Kim come in because she puts on like 40 different hats while she's here. But man, just the Farm Bureau alone,
we've been busy.
So much stuff going on.
Yes, right. Where do we want to start, Jeremiah? Let's start with our Ag Day. Again, we had to be virtual this year. I know people don't understand why, because now things are opened up. But back in October and November, when we literally have to start planning this event, it is a 6-month process almost, and you just can't throw it together in a couple weeks or even in a couple months.
Sure.
So we had a lot of people not happy about the second graders not getting their field trip because we canceled.
Yeah.
But I will tell you all this. We even had one person suggest that we just find another farmer and go to their farm. Well, first of all, this isn't just for 30 kids, 60 kids, one school. We have 600 kids in all the second grades in Jackson and Vinton counties. So that would be impossible. There is no farm big enough in our area, nor do they want to take that liability or the responsibility. No. So we apologize wholeheartedly to everybody, especially our second graders in all the schools and counties. But I promise you, each of these schools I know in Jackson have planned some pretty cool things for their kids, starting this Friday at Southview.
Love it.
And then next week, I'm going to Northview on Friday and Westview on Monday. So I promise you, we're going to do some fun things. And I know
they get to participate just in a different way.
They get to do it in a different way. And my boards decided we didn't want our kids to be without. You know, we didn't have to do anything. We didn't have to put videos together and create a YouTube page so you all can watch them. But we did this 3 years in a row now. And we still got sponsors to donate a free T-shirt to every kid.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. So what we did, Jeremiah has our Jackson-Vinton Ag Day T-shirt, design a T-shirt contest winner there. And this little guy, and I'm terrible with names, but does it say it on there, Jeremiah? Underneath his picture, it's on there. But he's from Vinton County Central. And
so cute.
He won the design a T-shirt. And what we do is Total Media did our T-shirts this year.
Yay!
They did a great job. So that drawing is actually, it's hard to see, but it is his actual drawing. And we don't alter it. We don't do anything. We had probably over 400 drawings submitted, and we had 8 places, and this little guy from Vinton County was our winner. So I know there's 8 or 7 other kids that I don't know if you're able to go through those or not, but all the schools were represented. Some of them had 2 winners, some just had 1.
Okay.
But we gave every kid a trophy from 1st to 8th. And yeah, there's some. Those are from Southview, I believe. Yeah. And then we had, I know the other one is Northview. Then we had this little girl from Bundy and Oak Hill. All the schools, every school, Vinton County
so
South.
cute?
Yeah, they all and they were so excited over that little trophy. I mean, you see their
should
smiles. Yeah. And Westview. Yeah, we had, all the schools had representation, and the drawings for 2nd graders, they were amazing. I mean, they were probably our hardest ones to pick.
Really? It would be.
The 2nd grade. Now, we do 3rd grade in Pike County and 4th grade in Scioto. And these 2nd graders knocked it out of the park. So they did really well. So I really wanted the opportunity to say we apologize for not being able to bring everybody in person. Even though field trips are opening up, that started in February. There is no way to put this kind of event that we put on every year in a couple months. So
no,
we're going to be in person next year. And again,
it's going to happen. We're saying it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, and we're going to make everybody happy. Hopefully, maybe not.
Can you? Is that possible?
No, it's not possible. But I just wanted. I actually appreciate the opportunity to explain ourselves as to why this field trip was canceled, because at the time when we planned it, no field trips were allowed. So that's the simple answer. And then there's no way to just throw this together and do it right. So we're going into.
You didn't have your crystal ball in your pocket?
I didn't. It broke.
What was wrong with you?
I know. So just know that we did everything we can, and we appreciate your patience with, just doing the videos. But your teachers at these schools, I know in Jackson, I'm not sure what some of the other ones are doing. They're going to make those kids feel really special. Some of them's having a pizza party. They're watching videos together.
That's so good.
They're having outside people come in. Like, I'm going to make aquaculture bracelets tomorrow or Friday.
What is that?
Oh, my gosh. Well,
why don't I get to make one?
We will do that. I thought about it, and then I thought, nah, she don't want to make a bracelet. But they are pretty cool. They're on a hemp string.
Yeah.
And then we have beads. There's probably 6 different colored beads that you put on the string, and you make a bracelet out of it, but each color represents something with the aquaculture, like the fish. And then we talk about the yellow is the sunshine and why it's important that they need sun, they need oxygen in the water. I mean, it's just a whole series of why it's important to have, fish.
Okay.
So we're going to do that on Friday at Southview.
Fun.
But I know these teachers and principals have worked hard to bring in outside sources, like, Southview's right out there by the farm.
Yeah.
So they're bringing out some tractors, some machinery, and maybe a couple they're going to take them on a hayride and go to see baby calves and a baby goat. So
Jamie and I were laughing so hard we were driving down Standpipe. I forget. I think it was Sunday. I don't know.
Yeah.
What day it is,
Okay,
the weekend it even is. And we got to laughing at this little calf because I think it had lost mommy for a minute, and it was just running
Going
around,
everywhere.
and then all of a sudden it was like, Mom! And it just darted to Mom and just stopped and started nursing. And
it's so cool.
We just got to watch it. It was just the cutest thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, out of this entire huge field of mommies, how does that one know that that's its mommy?
It's just like any other kid.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's so cool to watch.
Yeah. And Southview, they get all that experience year round.
It's in their backyard.
They do. It's right there.
How
they get
fun.
the odor. They get everything. The real farm experience. So we'll be back next year, but I appreciate the opportunity to just explain why these 2nd graders aren't being left out. I promise you. We're doing everything we can to make it special, even more special for them.
Mm-hmm. So. And I think that's fantastic. And I had no doubt in my mind that you would try to do anything you can.
We're not going to leave these kids out. No way.
That's not how you do things.
Some people just jump to conclusions without knowing what's going on. So I appreciate the opportunity to explain it.
Yeah. Well, we're glad that you did.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, instead of like criticizing, I think you should be grateful that they're going above and beyond to try to make sure that each kid gets the experience.
One would think.
I mean, I feel that way.
One would think, but
yeah,
they don't.
I gotcha.
And it's not really the kids complaining. Those kids are going to be thrilled with whatever their teachers put together for them.
Anything they get to do is so fun.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just something different for them,
different.
you know?
Yep.
And, you know, it's amazing. Even though we grow up here in the area, there's probably a lot of kids that haven't gotten to see farm culture before.
Exactly. And that's why, you know, our Farm Bureau volunteers, and they are, quote, volunteers. They don't get paid to do this. Mm-hmm. They took their time to put videos together for these kids to watch. And they're real life. They are what's going on their farm or their ag business that they're doing. And I told them 2 minutes is about as long as they'll watch. So we did a 2 minute or less video. One might just be, here's night combining and just a run of a combine. And, and then a daytime one, just so they see what it looks like, you know.
Love
so
that.
We've got chicks hatching, but this is a joint effort for Jackson-Vinton, Pike, and Sauter counties. And this YouTube video link, I mean, we've already had last year when it ended, we had 3,000 views. We already have over 4,400 views as of last night.
That's so good.
So
and the thing
people are looking at it,
and I love that. And like even people that aren't the kids can watch it. Like anybody can watch it.
I send it to our board and I say, share this with whomever you think would enjoy watching it. Because it's agriculture. We did a video of us making the apple butter. It was 3 parts, like when we first started, what it looked like, and then whenever it cooked down. Because people don't understand, this just doesn't happen overnight.
So apple butter is a whole, like, it's an event. It's
hours.
Art.
Yes.
It's an art.
And you have to know what you're doing.
And the problem is you have all of this work, and in one split second, it can be
gone. If you scorch it or burn it, the whole pot's gone. I mean, you have to use a certain kind of kettle. You just have to know what you're doing. And we have one person, our county president, Mick Scott, is a pro at it. So we do whatever he tells us. We are his minions for the whole time we're there.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do what you're told.
Right.
Yes.
And I haven't really advertised it yet, but I told him today we'd talk about it because we do have several cases that we're willing to sell now. $6 a pint. It's our same recipe we've been using. Mandy Way over in Waverly always sells it at her farm market.
Okay.
So she's gone through 2 cases of it in less than a week. So we do share it with some farmers markets, but it will be on sale at our office now. We're open 8:30 to 4 Monday through Friday, $6 a pint. So stop in the Farm Bureau office and pick you up some apple butter.
Very good.
Support local scholarships.
Yep. Love that. And, you know, and that's the whole point is it's win-win. So you're you know, supporting the kids and you're supporting the Farm Bureau and all of that all at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So what else we got? I got a couple other things with Farm Bureau that we can talk about. Oh, I will show our apple butter though. So
yeah, there it is.
Very nice, very pretty. We like the
num.
red color. I brought that for you, by the way. Yes,
okay,
that might help your throat. So
I wonder if I put that in my tea, if it'll help.
I bet that would be really good in your tea.
It would probably be really good.
It's really good.
It makes for some good, delicious bar drinks. I can tell you that. Well, let's talk. Can we talk about Jordan for a minute?
Yes, let's talk about Jordan.
I think Jeremiah has brought up a picture of our sweet Jordan as well.
I lost my last COA, and it's always hard when you lose a girl, and you know you become family. And she went on to some better things that came her way. So I started on the hunt, and I'm not one to put it out there much. I don't like putting it on Facebook as far as looking for new people.
Yes.
I like to search myself because you just know what you're getting.
Yes.
So I heard through the grapevine that she might be looking. So I called Jordan Lewis. She used to be Jordan Hammond.
Yes.
Everybody knows her mama, Maria.
Yes, Maria.
Yep. So Jordan went to school with my oldest daughter, Mariah. And I called her, and she came in and sat down and talked with me for about an hour and a half. We got caught up on everything, and then we talked. And so I had her think about it, and then I called her back, and I said, hey, she goes, I think I'm ready for a change.
Good.
She'd been in the banking business for 11 years, and she just ready to get out and do something different. And I am super excited to have her. She started last week. So this is her second week. and she's in training right now. We've had
Aw.
training. OFBF has come down and supplied some training and QuickBooks and audit stuff's there today and Friday. So I shout out to Jordan. She has caught on so quick, which I knew she would.
Of
But
course.
she is
She's awesome.
Stop in and see her. She's the face you'll see at our office because I'm in and out so much. But she will take care of you if you want apple butter. We have honey. We have meat.
I need some of that honey, don't I?
You do. We have local honey from, it's actually a Pike County.
Definitely need some of that.
That's something I was going to talk about. We just have a little inside farmers market there.
You do, and I think a lot of
year-round.
people don't know that.
We have several people that are repeat customers.
Yes.
But I really want people to understand that we have freezer beef year round. We have local freezer beef. 2 farms we represent. They're members, and they said, "Hey, we'll provide whatever you need." Fraser Farms, and then the other one's from Oak Hill, and that's Triple D Ranch, Dirk Dempsey.
Right.
So you have your choice. You know, we carry, our prices are really good right now. We haven't had to raise them. I leave that up to my producers because they know what the cost is. I know that slaughter bills.
Yeah, things are getting
processing
out of
has
control.
really gone high.
Yeah.
But some of the things we offer is we have 1 pound bulk hamburger for $4 a pound. And they're just a pound bulk.
I assume that'd be like 80-20 hamburger or something like that.
Yeah, it might be 85 actually. Yeah. Package of
That's a great price.
Yeah, $4 a pound. And you know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what's in it.
Yeah.
We have patties. Now, Fraser's do a pack of 6 1/3 pound patties.
Okay.
And those are $9 a pack. And these patties, when you fix them on the grill, they're this big. They stay that big.
Okay.
They don't shrink down to.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Dirk has them. I think his are 4 1/4 pounds.
Okay.
And same price, $9. And then we have roast. We have a variety of different kind of roast. It's about $5 a pound, and they're about 2 to 3 pounds for the roast. I mean, different kinds.
Nice.
And then depending on when you stop in, we do offer steaks. But what people don't understand is very few steaks come from a whole beef. I mean, it's limited because you get a lot of other things, but steaks, you know, for the quality, like the ribeyes, there's only so many steaks in a whole beef.
Right. Like
we don't get a whole beef full of steak. You know, It just doesn't happen. But people don't know that. So we have ribeyes.
What do they think it comes from?
I don't
Kroger
or Walmart. So if you stop in and we don't have the steak you want, we can probably try to get it because they're always running their stuff through the processors. Ribeye, sirloin strips, which is also like a New York strip, cube steak, and we now also have a little bit of prime rib on occasion because that's even more rare to get.
Yeah.
And I do carry some T-bones. So, yeah, if you like a good T-bone.
I'm going to tell you what. That's just about the best you can get right there.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of everything.
Yep,
on the
we have
T-bones.
options, and our prices are really good. I mean, $11.50 a pound for a pack of 2 ribeyes.
Wow.
The New York strip is $7 a pound for a pack of 2. And then the cube steak is $5.25 a pound, and that's usually about 1.5 pound, 3 to 4 per pack.
Okay.
So makes it real good.
Really good.
And, you know, we have options. If you're interested in a half or a quarter beef, you can call us and we can hook you up with the producers and get that also. So we have all kinds of options.
Love that.
Yep.
And that's just at the Farm Bureau. Like you can walk in the door and there it is.
Yep. So I wanted to start this and then COVID hit.
Yes.
So we're starting to grow back now. During the summer months when corn's available, we have made away sweet corn from Pike County. And if you have never had their sweet corn, I froze probably 20 bags, 20 quarts last year, and I've got 1 left. So I've timed it pretty good. I love having fresh corn over the winter.
Yes.
But we'll carry theirs, their ears of corn, and we'll bag it for you. We'll have it by the dozen.
Okay.
And I will advertise when I have it, but some people don't understand that their corn is like $7 a dozen. And people complain about that because you can go to Walmart and get sweet corn, and that's fine. That's a choice.
Yeah, but
once you eat this corn, you will never eat another.
Yeah.
You won't. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of producers around who have great sweet corn, and I always support. I like to support local, and especially if they're members. Mm-hmm. These people have to be members for us to provide their stuff. Mm-hmm. So we do sweet corn in the summer. We have honey, local honey from Pike County, and we also have kettle corn. Pop and Jesse from Beaver partnered with Pike County Farm Bureau, and we have 2 flavors now. We used to just have one. We have one called Harvest Mix, and it is actually caramel, classic, and vanilla mixed together.
Ooh, that would be good.
And then the other one we just started this year, it's called American Farmer, and it's more of a fruity. It's blue raspberry, cherry, and classic.
What?
So we sell
Corn.
them.
That's so cool.
And the cool thing about it is the popcorn is raised locally in Pike County. Corcoran Farms raise the popcorn that we use to pop to make this kettle corn.
So is popcorn's actually its own different kind of corn, right?
Yes,
like
it
it's
looks
not,
like
you don't just
ear
throw a
corn.
kernel of corn
No.
in the thing. And,
Yep. It grows just like sweet corn, field corn. And then Corcoran's have this huge market with Wise. It's like if you see a bag of Wise popcorn in a convenience store or one of the larger stores, it's probably their popcorn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So we like to keep it local.
All local.
Yeah. So all of these things help support our scholarship fund.
Very good.
So that's what we do.
You're the best.
Yeah.
So you can go right in.
Yep.
So let's talk about where the Farm Bureau office is in case people have been under a rock.
Yeah.
Right here in Jackson.
We are right downtown by the Treatery. We are at 231 Broadway Street, Jackson. So our hours are Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4. We do close from 12 to 12:30 for lunch, and we try to keep that pretty consistent so people know. But we sell a lot of stuff. We're probably the best kept secret because you don't have to park in a parking lot. Yeah, parking's sometimes hard, but it's a street parking. But
Yep. You just
and if
park
you
and
call
walk
ahead,
right in.
if you call ahead, we'll have it ready for you. It's like curbside.
now
Yeah.
that's service.
Yep. And sometimes if someone needs a lot of certain things, we want them to call ahead because I want to make sure we have it.
Yeah.
And then if I don't have it, I can call one of my producers and say, "Hey, I need this."
Okay.
And so it's been a pretty good thing.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Yep. So
Love it. I love that you guys thought of that, because it's like bringing the farmers from the outside
Yeah.
to, one spot where people can.
right. And they're all
come.
members, so we
Yeah.
want to promote our members and promote what they do best.
That's
So-
right. All
I got one more thing I can talk about with that, and then we can
Yes.
switch gears a little bit. So
Hey, you guys have actually paid out.
we have paid out. Rowdy's we paid out, but I just paid one in Scioto County Monday. This is our $5,000 property protection program. And how this works is if you're a Farm Bureau member, Jen, you're a Farm Bureau member,
Yes.
and someone comes onto your place and they steal your four-wheeler, I'm just using, or they vandalize, or they steal anything,
Yes.
it's a property protection program. So if I'm your neighbor and I saw this truck during the day because I knew you were at work, so I
Yeah, and
saw
it was
the truck.
weird that
someone was there and
Yeah.
they were loading up your stuff. So I would the member would advertise that, hey, something was stolen on this date. If there's a $5,000 reward, if anybody can lead to the conviction of. So I call and I say, hey, I know, I have a tag number and I know what time they were there and I know the kind of vehicle they drove.
I have a picture of it even.
Yeah. And a lot of times
Anything.
that is the case because there's so many cameras now.
Yeah, everybody has one.
Everybody has
We all
one.
carry one around.
So then the person that turns them in, once that, if they're caught, which is hard sometimes, but they do, and they get convicted, and the person that turned them in, like I would get the $5,000 because
Wow.
I turned them in. But we keep those people anonymous.
Yes.
But sometimes it can take a while. This one I did in Scioto County Monday, 2 years. They caught him, and it's weird because Facebook, it was a trailer full of stuff that got stolen from Scioto County. It headed to Pike County. They put it on Facebook, and someone from Dayton responded back that
You're kidding.
No, they responded back that they knew the person, that they were in a trailer court over in Pike County, and so the person that was a member sent his family, and they were all up 23 and 32. They found him. The trailer was parked at a certain location. The State Highway Patrolman was actually the ones that helped get this. They stopped, they found the trailer, and then they looked across the street. This is the weirdest thing. It doesn't happen this way usually. And the guy said, that's some of my stuff over there at that house. So the State Highway Patrolman took them over, and by golly, it was their stuff. the guy said, I didn't know whose it was. I came through and was selling stuff and I bought it. Right. It's usually pretty cheap. It's usually pretty hot. I mean,
If
that's
it's too good to be true,
it probably is.
if that $4,000 zero turn mower is $350,
that's
probably
a good sign.
Yeah.
So they went over there. It was their stuff. The state highway patrolman literally had the man load the things back up in the trailer. Yeah. He loaded it back up. They didn't get everything. They had some things that was already gone, some valuable things. But the story, the whole theory behind it is Facebook, and I think with Nathan Kitts, Facebook is what literally helped catch the person.
He posted the surveillance video. And
so, a lot of people complain about Facebook, but it can be helpful too.
It can be very helpful. And the funnest thing is looking at thieves on security cameras because you're just idiots.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
So this guy got convicted, but the court systems take a while. And it was almost 2 years to the day that we finally I paid the reward, a $5,000 check to the man and woman that literally put it on Facebook, got word where the trailer was, followed them.
Wow.
And they finally got pulled over, and they pulled over right close to the house that had most of their stuff.
That's
weird. Ironic. Yeah. I don't get those very often, but they do pay off. And those people were just excited to help and excited to, of course, get a $5,000 check.
Well, heck yeah.
Us. So it works.
Very good.
Yeah.
Funny story about a thief, by the way.
Oh, dear.
Total sidebar, but this is what happens when Jen's on cold medicine. When we had a courtside down in Gallipolis, we kept having like money missing, and we were like, well, come to find out, we're like, what? How overnight does money disappear? How does it magically disappear,
Yeah.
So anyway, come to find out, we realized it was an inside job. So we had cameras in the office and had put like a box up in front of one of them. And so then we had hidden the money in a different spot that night to try to catch this person that we thought was. And the person's like, so up in the camera, because he didn't know it was there, going
frantically searching.
And you're like, right.
Gosh.
And we laugh. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
You had a good view.
Yeah. I'm like, well, there's really no doubt who that was doing that. But it was great.
My gosh.
For like 5 minutes.
Just looking. So needless to say, you got them.
Yeah, needless to say,
And
they were arrested.
Businesses too. We get a lot of businesses that join Farm Bureau for that reason.
For sure.
Number one, they want to support agriculture, but they also know that this does pay off. We have a good history of
it has certainly
paying off. Yeah. So that just is one of the many benefits of being a Farm Bureau member. Comes with your $80 membership.
There you go. It's $80 a year, and you're supporting. It's win-win again because you're supporting, the youth and the Farm Bureau and our local farmers, but you're also, have that protection as well. Right. It's like a little insurance policy.
It's a little insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but if it's there if you do.
Love it.
Yep. Very cool.
Very, very good. All right. So
what else were we going to talk about, Jeremiah?
What else do we have Farm Bureau wise? Do you have pictures of?
See, we covered Jordan.
Is there anything else?
You had your Easter event.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So
big one.
Yeah. Jackson-Vinton, we're together. There's only probably 90 members in Vinton County, but they're too small to sustain themselves. So it's always been Jackson-Vinton as long as I've been here, and I've been here 32 years. So we talked with a couple of the Fair Board members, and they do a spring fling after Easter. Okay. So we were the folks doing the Easter egg hunt. We had, I don't know how many thousands of eggs, and I want to give a shout out to our Jackson High School and Middle School cheerleaders because they literally put the candy. I bought tons of candy.
Oh, you're kidding.
They put the candy and the eggs for us, divided them out by like 3 age groups, so all had equal amounts of eggs.
Aww.
And then we had we had the VFW that donated a lot of prizes, like a lot of little toys and things that kids could pick from. So we put prize in an egg, and if you got an egg with a prize little stamp, then you got to come to a table and pick out stuff. We had sponsors. This whole event was paid for by sponsors. We bought 2 bicycles in each division.
Love that.
2 to, let's see, we had 2 to 5-year-olds, and we got them balance bikes. Have you heard of balance bikes?
No, but where was that when I was growing up?
I'm telling you, those balance bikes teach kids how to balance on a bike. They put their feet down, doesn't have training wheels or anything. They literally from 2 to 5 can learn to ride a bicycle and balance on it before they actually get a bicycle. So they're called balance bikes.
Kidding.
Yeah. And I didn't know all this until I had a grandson either.
I didn't. Where was that? I had the worst time trying to ride a bike, I remember.
I mean, training wheels was the thing back when I was growing up. If you had training wheels. Otherwise, you just wrecked and kept getting on it and going.
You just had a lot of rocks in your knee.
So that age group right there shows our littlest ones. They got the balance bikes. That was 2 to 5-year-olds. Then we went 6 to 9, I believe, 6 to 8, something like that. And they each got a bicycle.
That's so
And then we had 9 to 12, and they each got a bicycle. So we had 6 bicycles. And then that is our state board president, Bill Patterson, from he drove probably 2.5, 3 hours at least. He brought donuts for every kid. We had over 100 kids show up to this event. He brought donuts from his fruit farm. It's called Patterson Fruit Farm, and they also they're like us. They sell other things too, but they have a little bakery there. So he brought some really cute, I mean, they weren't just donuts. They had icing and peeps and sprinkles and all kinds of fun things on them, and he literally helped pass those out to the kids. So a great event over in Vinton County. We hope to do more over there. The kids, the families were real appreciative, and we enjoyed doing it too. And
like
I said,
a beautiful day too.
It was 80 degrees.
Aww.
So we had the Easter Bunny there in costume, so that was a little hot, but it was fun.
Good.
Just to see all the smiles on the kids' faces. Yes.
So I was curious about these balance bikes.
Yes.
So I looked it up. It says balance bikes are bikes that have no pedals.
No pedals.
Children push themselves along the ground with their feet until they figure out the balance.
Right.
And then once they demonstrate they can balance, then they graduate to a bike with
Absolutely. So they just use their feet, and it's, it's got handlebars, but no pedals.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's like the Fred Flintstone days,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so then they can get themselves rolling too, and practice
Some
the
of
balance.
them have little steps that come on, but these don't. The ones I've seen, they want them to not really rely on putting their feet up on something because the pedals move when you get on a real bike, not just sit there. So they get going. They can bring their feet up if they want and just roll. But yeah, these had little balance bikes and helmets. Of course, we provided helmets for the little ones. But yeah, they're very cool. I don't remember those things back.
Do you remember that best feeling ever when you finally took off on that bike and you were like, I got it! I got it!
Yes.
No one get in my way.
That's right. I can't stop, but I can go.
I got going.
That's
no one
the
ever
second
stopped
thing
me.
y'all learn how to use the brakes, right? And then it was the brakes on the pedals, or are they the brakes up here?
Right.
Because big difference.
Yes.
I can remember one time being going down this huge hill and going fast and grabbing both of them. Flip.
And then the next
That
thing you
wasn't
know,
a
you're
good story.
Yeah.
So you gotta, these balance bikes are, I guess, the newest things. Jeremiah, you'll have to get one for your little one.
Or yourself.
Or yourself. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it says you can start them out about 2
Yes.
H2 instead of
Yep.
balance bikes. That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Love it.
Yeah. And we didn't turn any kids away. We had an 18-month-old there wanting to hunt eggs, and I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and then some of them had money in them. We took a bunch of money that was donated, and we rolled up dollar bills and put them in it.
Did you have any little toddlers like throwing elbows or anything?
No, actually, they were nice. It was more the parents throwing elbows. No, I'm kidding.
That's what Dad said. When he used to do the things, he said it got to be where you had to make a line for the parents to stand behind.
Yeah. Now the
'Cause
little
they
ones
would
we
just
let
get
them
nasty.
help, but the rest of them had to stay behind. And it's funny because Courtney, but she's the one that organized the cheerleaders doing it, and she texted me while I was at an event. And she said, "Hey, we're out of candy," and I said, "That's okay. Not everybody's a winner." I said, there's going to be eggs out there that have nothing in them.
Yeah.
But
you got an egg.
You got an egg. And I said, when we were growing up, we actually boiled the eggs, colored the eggs, and that's what we hunted.
Yeah.
Now there's golden eggs, and they have money, $50 in them if you find them. I mean, we've made it commercialized. We really have. But the whole thing is, I do remember I was walking through taking pictures, and one of the Dad's was sitting there with his son, and he's like, "Oh, we got this one. Doesn't have anything in it." And I just looked at him and I smiled and I said, "Yeah, not everybody's a winner." I said, "But we got lots of dollars and lots of candy here too. So
Yeah.
just be appreciative."
Here's your participation trophy.
Yeah. So there was so many eggs. I mean, we had probably half a big trash bags full for the kids to look in each division. So,
love it.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be asked to do it again next year. I think it was a pretty big success.
Good job.
Yeah.
You guys are just always into it. All kind of
It's
fun
what we're
things.
here for. I mean, it's about the kids with me, but it is also about the adults and supporting our local producers.
Yeah.
Because without them, we have no food.
And I just wish more people understood that. Like, and we all need grocery stores, right? Like, I mean, we need a place to go.
Absolutely.
Like, we obviously appreciate that, but like, steaks don't come from the grocery store.
No.
I mean, they do,
They
but
do.
they get there somehow.
Yeah.
And have I told the story? See, this is what happens when I'm on cold medicine.
Oh dear.
So Jamie and I think I did tell this story, but I'll tell you because you'll get a hoot out of it. And I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. So Jamie and I are at a hotel. We had to go up for a meeting in Columbus. And I noticed, and I'm like, wait, it's not Quarter Horse Congress time. So what is going on? I noticed all these guys, in cowboy boots, cowboy hats, whatever, at our hotel. And so then some of them all got this table together, and we were all we were sitting having breakfast, and they were sitting beside us. So I'm listening to their conversation as I do. And they were older guys. And it dawned on me they were having like a beef expo at the fairgrounds. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Okay, it's a beef thing. And so the one goes, "Yeah, did you hear about that Wagyu beef?" He's like, "These."
Most people don't even know what you're talking about right now.
And he's basically making fun of all of these like hipster, like young people that pay like $300 for a steak of this stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, this old farmer is raising this stuff. And if only they knew that it wasn't some, like glamorous, like, didn't come from some glamorous barn somewhere. It comes from the old farmer, the same as the steak at Kroger's comes from the old farmer. Is it a wonderful cut of meat? Yes. If you've never seen one of those steaks,
it's unreal.
Insane. But I just sat there and giggled to myself because they were making fun of the fact that they're selling $300 steaks to people.
Buying it.
And people are buying it.
I think you can go to Jeff Ruby and it's on their menu.
Yes.
And now the research farm out here, I don't know if they do now, but a few years ago, they were raising them and researching them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's the same old farmer, the dumb farmer that is raising those along with the other things.
And I guarantee you, he's not getting that kind of price out of his beef.
Probably not.
No.
But
it's just a hype. I mean, it's a great cut of meat, like you say. But is it $300 worth?
No,
I guess if people are willing to pay it, it is.
If people are willing to pay for it, but like there is no steak in the world to me worth $300. Like I don't understand it. But
I don't either.
Whatever, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
So, but I got to laughing at those old farmers because they were just dying.
It's kind of a joke to them. I mean, it's what they do, but they can't believe people are paying it.
That food, they're feeding that steer the same that they're feeding.
Right.
Yep. Stuff comes out, stuff goes in, stuff comes out. Same process.
Yes, it's true.
So anyway.
Yeah. Well, one other thing I do want to mention, what's coming, right? What's our big event we do with our little piggy banks?
Oh, the Hog Wild
That's
event.
going to be here before you know it.
It will be.
Yeah, we'll start that probably in July. We'll start selling.
Yes.
And what we typically do is we have a waiting list. We only sell 40, but we offer the people that did it last year first. So we'll send a postcard out and say, hey, if you want to do it, call and reserve your pig. If not, we totally understand.
Yes.
So we'll sell 40 pigs and they'll decorate them and they'll put them out their business and they'll collect coins and dollars and 20s and 50s and 100s.
Yeah, hopefully everybody stuffs as much stuff. The piggies are hungry. They need fed.
They've been, that's another thing we continue to do through COVID with businesses saying, we'll figure it out. We came up with QR codes to help people that didn't want to go into business to donate. So we've got all kinds of options, but that's coming down the pike. And then the other thing I was going to just kind of bring up, I think we meet on the 19th, but I think my board's wanting to bring dinner in the street back.
Oh, yes.
So
good
we're
one.
hopefully to get to do our dinner in the street again this year in the fall.
If we can just keep everybody healthy.
Yeah. And that is an outside event. So hopefully, if we have to limit it, we will.
Yeah.
But we hope that we are getting back into full swing of some of the things we can do. And luckily, a lot of the things we do is outside. So that helps too.
Absolutely.
But that is some things coming.
I've said it a million times, like that's Hallmark movie moment stuff, like to see that dinner in the street with the, ginormous long table and the beautiful sunflowers decorating and, people making their own butter and, just the fellowship of it. It's just so neat.
It's a fun event. I really miss that one.
And the FFA kids working their tails off.
They do so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I was I was in Columbus the other day driving down High Street and I was in campus and I passed a ginormous group of FFA students.
State convention.
It was it?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't catch where they were from, but I was like, I know who you guys are. Thank you.
Their huge state convention was last Friday, Saturday, I believe, in Columbus.
Okay. That's when it was.
A lot of state degrees earned from Oak Hill's chapter and Jackson's chapter, and those are rare. So, a matter of fact, Jackson's banquet is this Sunday, and they invited me to come and be a special guest. So, they our
kids
special,
are so good.
All those kids, they have a special place in my heart for sure.
The FFA and 4-H kids certainly do have special places in our hearts, but you bring the FFA kids to help do that dinner in the street, and I've you asked me, you're like, can you just go over with them like the process? And I'm like, okay, sure. And there were no cell phones out while I was talking. There was nothing but respect, and they listened, and they did exactly as I asked them to do, and they were polite, and I've just never seen anything like it.
They're hard workers.
Yes.
These kids know what it takes to work. I mean, they're hard workers.
And to see the built-in leadership of how they break it down into smaller groups, and you can see, okay, well, that one's probably the leader, and they can take this group and go here, and whatever. It's just so neat to watch them work.
And it was hard on them during COVID too, because they're used to doing all these livestock judging and meat. We have a new meat science project class up at Jackson with Pam Updike. Those kids couldn't do anything. Everything was virtual. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I am so over Zoom meetings now that I just glaze over. They're not effective for me. I need to be in person and face to face with people.
Yep.
And I appreciate all that we have been able to do that way. But there came a time when even my board was like, no, we don't want to do it anymore.
No, you're right.
So luckily we survived it. And I think we've learned a few good things from it. Like there's some things we do differently now. So it wasn't all bad, but we definitely are ready to do things back to normal.
It's nice to know that we all had to learn how to use Zoom and that is an alternative.
Yes.
And, we use it here, not necessarily Zoom, but I don't know what the program is because James knows how to do all that fancy stuff. But, we have that now where we just had the, Rich from the KISS band. We got to talk to him and he's in some other state
somewhere. So that
somewhere.
has been a good thing.
It's fantastic, that we have that technology, but there's nothing better than just an old fashioned sitting in the same room with someone meeting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farm Bureau is finally back. I had a meeting yesterday we do a spring OD training. And we were all together, and it was just nice.
Yes.
It was nice. They took pictures because it'd been 2 years, and I said we've been doing casual, jeans and our Farm Bureau shirts or a nice shirt. And yesterday it was business. And I'm like, holy crap.
Wait, do my pants
try some
fit?
Pants on and some suit jackets on to make sure they fit. And I think everybody was in that same boat because,
where is that stuff?
I know, right? And people are wearing nice on the top, sweats on the bottom, because that's what you do whenever you're in a Zoom meeting, right? So, but it's been good. And again, I think we've learned to do some things a little differently that's not bad. It's like you said, you can utilize the tools now and just expand on it.
Yeah, and it gets you practice. We've definitely had a lot of practice doing all that stuff now, so it's not as intimidating as it once was.
Oh, I know. I used to be scared to death. I'd be like getting ready for that meeting, and I'd test it.
Oh,
test
I know.
it.
Like, am I on?
Yeah, for sure. And then forget to mute your microphone and all the background noise. Well, you learn real quick. Someone texts you and say, "Turn your microphone off."
Don't turn yourself into a potato like the one person did. That was so funny.
So it's been good.
No,
but
that's great.
I think that's pretty much everything with Farm Bureau. But I do want to say with school,
we have like 7 minutes left. God, I can't believe we blabbed this long.
I know,
we've done real good.
So graduation, of course, is yay, and hopefully we won't have it. Oh yeah, monsoon. We won't have last year. Remember that? Oh my gosh, that was the worst rain. I will assure you that was the pictures, because those kids were sitting there without umbrellas. So as a board member, I was like, there's no way I'm going to have an umbrella either.
Right. So I'm not going to stand up there with an
everybody umbrella. Was soaked, but they were so glad to have it in person. So, of course, we're on for in-person. Prom is 14th.
Okay.
In-person prom.
So it'll be this weekend.
It's this weekend. It's a little bit later, and I don't know if we plan that to be maybe like hoping things would open up if you held it later, because a lot of them's already had them. But prom, our walkthrough, we're just super excited about that. And one thing that we started this year, Brian Moore is our president this year. And Brian is like I am a lot with the kids. We want to include the kids and everything. Mm-hmm. So we had this year a student representative serve on the board as a board member. Now, he didn't vote, but he was instrumental in being the mouthpiece for the students at the high school.
That's great.
So one of the big changes was we knew our dress code needed updated. So who better to help with the dress code than our student rep, who actually took it so serious. His name's Mcgraw.
Okay.
Baseball player, just a great individual. I told his dad, I said, if I would adopt him, because I didn't have boys, but he would be the son I would want.
Yes.
Because he's just polite, respectful.
Is he the coach's son?
Yes.
Yeah, he was in here one day with the baseball players.
Great kid. Anyway, he was our first Jackson City School District student rep. And he's come to all the meetings except last night he had a baseball game. But they literally had committees get together, brought it back to us, took it to the principals, and we have a new dress code that the kids like. The kids are all on board with it. The principals are all on board with it.
So good.
So, that's him.
There he is.
So Caleb, he was our representative, and they actually accomplished something huge, like our dress code. That's huge.
Wow.
And everybody seems to be happy with it. So,
love it.
Yeah. So that's him. The other thing we talked about last night at our board meeting, Phil kind of touched on it just for a minute. I have been talking about this for several years, and I think it's finally going to come to pass. I feel like our kids are great kids, and our community is even better. Mm-hmm. They donate, they give to everything that our support groups want. So we started in 4-H clubs, in volleyball groups and stuff back when I was on those support groups. Mm-hmm. We did community service stuff. Mm-hmm. You got to give back. You got to give back to the people that give to you.
Sure.
So we talked last night. We've been talking about this. We talked with Caleb a little bit about it, and he thinks it's an awesome idea too, even though he's a senior. We are eventually, and I'm hoping for next school year, but that'll come at our next board meeting, we want to have a graduation requirement of so many hours of community service for each kid.
I think that there is not 1 ounce of
everybody
anything
around
wrong
us
with that.
does it. Oak Hill has it. Now they do have a graduation requirement. Wellston's, they get like something for if they meet, but I don't think it's a graduation requirement.
But they just get recognized
a robe
for it
or something at graduation. But as you start as a freshman, now of course we'll have to prorate it if we start it next year, because and we're not really sure of the hours yet, but we're tossing out like 20 hours a year.
I think that's fantastic.
And you need to have those 20 hours. And we don't really care if you do 80 hours your senior year, but it would be smart to start your freshman year and just do 20 every year.
Sure.
And then have your 80 or whatever number we come up with at the end of the year. And then that's going to be a requirement for graduation.
Well, I know, like, for example, like with the Leo Club.
Mm-hmm.
I know, when we do the fundraiser at the brewery for the Furry Friends fundraiser, I'll call Crystal and
right.
She'll send kids up, and that's 4 hours
That's
there.
4 hours right there.
That those kids, and all you're doing is playing with dogs.
Right. And we
Like,
have
come
so
on.
many organizations in the community, Rotary, Kiwanis,
And we're
Lions.
so appreciative of the kids that come help because you need hands.
You need hands. I mean, and there's a couple schools that I've talked to that even has a class that has a teacher, and Oak Hill's one of them, Mel Smalley.
Yes.
And they do in-house stuff. Like when I needed apples peeled one year for apple butter, I took them 8 bushels of apples and they had them peeled in 2 days. And that was that class. So all the classes got community service hours.
Hey, there you go.
So there's so many organizations that need help, want help, and love working with the kids.
And a lot of it's fun.
It's fun. That's right.
It's not like...
Yep. And then you got in-school activities that go on. They do food drives. Different organizations do things in school. Yes. So I'm excited that we're at least talking about it.
I think that's fantastic. You're helping them become good people.
Yeah, and leaders. I mean, who knows? Someone might do something with Rotary and decide, I want to come back and be a part of that.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. We need to bring our kids back to our community and do good things. Mm-hmm. So that's on our agenda for next month in June to maybe hopefully finalize that. We don't want to scare anybody, but 20 hours, if that's the number we come up with, I think is so doable and minimal, and you have the whole year to do it, including summer. So
sure.
That's one thing we're talking about. So
love it.
I'm excited about that.
Yep. Well, good. And then, graduation coming up, we do want to encourage people to understand that proms are going on, graduations and parties are going on. Please watch out for the kids because they're stupid. And I don't mean they're stupid. I mean, they're excited and they're not thinking and they're doing crazy things. And
sometimes the choices are not the best, but
and we've all been there. So don't act like you haven't been because you have been there.
Yeah.
And just remember,
watch out for them.
Please watch out for the kids. Slow down. If you see one maybe in a questionable situation,
make a phone call.
Make a phone call. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do the things that we just need our community.
Yeah. We need to keep them safe.
Yes.
Absolutely. So
you see them driving too fast, tell them to slow down.
Absolutely.
They might hate you at the moment.
They will hate you at the moment, but that's okay.
Yep.
That's why we're here.
So all of that fun stuff, but just watch out for them and we are all our kids to be in good shape.
Yeah. So we got a lot of good things going on. Our community is, I think everybody's opened up almost all the way. Yeah. I think the biggest problem is just getting people to work, Yeah. And that's everywhere. Every county I go to is a struggle.
It is.
But hopefully that'll happen soon enough and we'll get people back on the workforce and things will be great.
That's right. It's just been a weird time and we need to get out of our funk and get back to it.
Yep. I agree.
Yep. And, as you said, there's been a lot of good changes and,
absolutely.
And whatever. So that's okay too.
That's right.
If anything good's come out of it, there's been a few.
Go with it.
Yep. Well, Kim, we can't thank you enough for coming in and always spending your time with us. And we always have such a good time when you're here. And
shoot, I will bring you an aquaculture bracelet next time I come to make. I promise.
Okay.
I like to bring you stuff. So
I know she brought us butter the one time.
We made butter.
Good. That's right. That was really good.
And the kids, it's funny because Southview, the teachers always help and. Heather Michaels showed me her list of stuff like when I come Friday and I said, who's making butter? Because that's my job. And she goes, the teachers. They learn from you. And I said, okay, we'll go with that. So they're making butter Friday. So they're doing some of the things that they didn't get to do at a real ag day, which I'm super excited about.
That is, see, everybody's pitching in and helping.
That's right.
So it's kind of like the same thing.
Yep.
Just in a different way.
Right.
All right. Well, have a wonderful day. Oh, Jeremiah, you want to throw the weather up there real quick? And it's looking good. Today it looks like some sunshine, 84 degrees, 83 tomorrow, 81 on Friday. Saturday. And then, of course, for the weekend, there's a stupid pesky rain. but still very, very nice temperatures.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like, like that set-in rain that we've had the past couple of weekends. That's been a bummer.
Rain. It's been late. The farmers are a little late getting in the fields.
Yep.
Still wet.
Yep, still a little wet.
The sunshine will help.
Yeah, we need these dry days that we've had, and so anyway, looking good. Hey, if we can just get some sunshine, that's a handy dandy thing.
Absolutely, it always makes everybody feel better.
It does.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh,
I appreciate being on here.
Of course, and thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you for watching, and we'll be right back here tomorrow. So until then, have a great day. Bye bye.
See ya.